Google Ads has over 50 things that could break and instantly kill your campaigns, and they don't send notifications for most of them. If you're managing multiple accounts through an MCC, you're basically flying blind across all of them. Imagine this, you're managing 15 clients. Monday morning, you discover that one had a billing failure all weekend, another had policy violations from Friday, and the third lost conversion tracking on Thursday. Google never told you. You lost thousands in wasted spend, and your campaigns are all back in learning mode. To catch these manually, you'll have to check 7 different sections for each client every single day. That's over 100 manual checks. So I built a system that does all of this automatically and sends you one beautiful report showing exactly what broke, sorted by priority, and color-coded by severity. You also only get alerted about new problems, not the same problem 24 times a day. These email alerts look like they came from an enterprise monitoring service, but it's a simple workflow that you could set up in just 10 minutes. Let me show you how. All right, so there are 3 main sections in this workflow. First, we want to pull the direct Google Ads accounts that we're going to be doing the error analysis on. And then we want to actually pull any errors that are existing currently in accounts. And then we want to post these errors through a parser and the email generator into the email inbox of the person managing the account. So let's take a look first on this first section. In pulling accounts, really straightforward. Make sure that you have your Google Ads API credentials set up. If not, just check out my Google Ads API setup video. It goes over everything in depth. So first we have here a scheduled trigger node because we want to run this automation every single hour. So let's take a closer look at this get all accounts node. So this is a HTTP request and we're doing a post method to this exact URL. Here in the customer ID, we want to actually put the MCC ID. So that's like a core difference from previous HTTP request nodes that I've done in the past. This is already set up. And then for the headers, we want to do a content type application JSON. And then developer token comes directly from the MCC account. And the login customer ID, that's just the MCC again. So here in the query, what we're doing is we're just pulling all the customer IDs available to this MCC. That way we can iterate over all of them and find all the issues in all the accounts. So once this is set up, you should be able to parse those customer IDs into their individual items. And in this particular case, there's 55 items because there's 55 accounts. So once this is done, then we are ready to move on to the next section, which is going to be pulling errors. So as you can see here, there are 7 different nodes. And they're all HTTP requests pulling from different parts of the account. And they're all very important. So the 7 main areas that you're going to want to check in the account is 1, the account status, 2, the billing status, 3, the campaign issues and metrics, the ad group issues and metrics, the ad issues and metrics, and then the keyword issues and also the conversion tracking issues. So once you go through each one of those requests, and we basically pull data and sort it correctly and just kind of filter out what needs to be, sent out as alert. This is the main part of this pull error section. So, if we take a look here as an example of what that next node looks like, this is basically an analysis node that takes in the input and puts out a structured output, which is going to be similar for each of these different sections that we are checking, right? So I have account name, account ID, analysis type, and then Boolean that checks if it has issues. And if it does, it shows what those issues are. And then there's a couple more fields, but those are the main ones that we're eventually going to put into that email that we send to the person managing the account. So this code, if you want to just send me an email, I'll send it over. But the way I create it is literally just by copying this input, putting it into Claude, and telling it what I'm trying to do. So in this case, please create analysis code for a code node in n8n in order to process it for an alert. I need this specific output format attached. And then I have the output format here, which I'm going to grab real quick. And again, this again is also made by Claude. So this is vibe coding, guys. I don't know what is happening, but I do know that it is doing what I want it to do. So after I post all this, it will basically code up code analysis node for me. So this actually already looks very similar to what I currently have. And again, it's gonna be a lot of tweaking. You might get errors. That's why this isn't like, a one and done type of thing, unless you're already using workflow that someone already built, which is why I'm sharing it with you guys, right? So basically, this is the process I went through for each one of these analysis codes. So then after that, we're just putting it through an if node, and we're checking for each account individually if there are any issues in the account in that category. If there is, then we want to push it to that next stage. If not, then we just don't want to do anything with it, right? So that's how we got to 16 total issues from 55 accounts. And just to step back here, you're probably wondering what that whole workflow was on the left, and I'll explain that pretty quickly here. So this is my sample errors workflow. And when I was building this, I wanted to make sure that I knew that my workflow was bulletproof, and regardless of what scenarios came up, that it's gonna work. So in that case, I wanted to make sure that I pushed through errors intentionally. That way I could process them correctly and they go through the rest of the nodes the way they should. So here I just have hard-coded values for errors, basically simulating what would happen when the actual errors come up. So now to go back. So once we check which accounts have errors in that specific category, we just basically push it through this merge node with an append and just have it set to 7 inputs. So this is taking each one of those items that is put in the same format intentionally and then just combining them all together. So once that is done, we are ready to post errors. And when we do so, you'll also notice we have this one node down here, which is a read node for Google Sheets. So this is the Google Sheets in question. And all this is just database of all the errors that have already been sent. Because I don't want to send the same errors twice. Like once it's sent, the person managing the account should be able to see it and take note of it. They don't need reminders consistently because that's going to get annoying. So what this does is it just keeps that as a database, and I access it when I'm ready to post errors just to confirm that none of these errors have been posted already. So here, we're matching by account name and issues. So if those two things are the same, then we're going to not include it in the output because we're keeping non-matches. And then the output data from is input 1 because the main data we're processing is from that main merge node from all the up-to-date issues. And then from the output data from, we're selecting input 1 because that is the main data we're processing. So once we check for duplicates, we save it in a database. That way on its next run, it will see those specific fields in here. And I always like to do map automatically because especially on the first run, it's just going to populate both the column names and the data for you. You don't have to manually map things out. And also, if you end up getting more fields down the line, it will also just add it at the end of the column. So this is a lot more streamlined way of using Google Sheets for databases. So then we have another error analysis, and this one is basically preparing the code to be put into the email design template, right? Because right now, we have 16 items, and although it's structured, it's not structured for the HTML template, if that makes sense. So, here, if we look side by side, the inputs and outputs, the outputs now has summaries that will be used in the different parts of the email, and it's just slightly differently structured. Again, I don't want to go through the code because I don't know what it does, but I always, whenever I build code, I always give Claude inputs, outputs, current code, and I give it my desired result. Like, what am I trying to achieve here? And it's just a bunch of iteration to get it perfectly right. So for building an account, I put that in the critical severity because if anything's wrong there, that could affect literally everything in the account. And then I put ad in medium because, if an ad's not running, then only that one ad is affected. It's not really global. And then I literally matched everything else in high because, they tend to be more important than ad errors, but less important than the account and billing errors. So, obviously this isn't a perfect way to do it, but I think the end product looks good and it makes sense that it shows it in the order that it does. So that was my reasoning there. Once this error analysis is done, then we have email generator. And this one's actually pretty neat because Claude made all this. If you go and look at this, I didn't design any of this. This was all Claude, which is to me insane. The future is going to be super cool with all these custom tools and custom integrations, automations that you could build with the help of AI. I think it's going to be mind blowing, but it already is. And basically the way I made that is went to Claude and said, hey, make me an email design HTML template to use in n8n. So if it understood me correctly, I'm hoping that it creates a visual artifact, which it looks like it's building one out right now. So we could see together what it's going to come up with. All right, so, obviously this isn't perfect, but this gives you an idea of how I created all this. And actually, this looks pretty good because this is already pulling dynamic values that it found in the code that I shared earlier. So it's already thinking, ahead for you, and it's taking in the context of the whole chat on what you're building. So, I'm willing to bet if I plug this into my current email generator that it might come up with something cool, but I already have it optimized and I don't want to touch what is already working. So what the email generator outputs is just an HTML item that we put directly into the next node. It also creates a subject that dynamically puts in how many issues there are. So the next node is pretty simple. We're just going into that Gmail node and literally just plugging in those ready codes into the sections where they need to go. So I have the JSON HTML in message and the subject, and then I'm just doing a message send and to whatever email it needs to go to. And that is how we generated this exact email, right? So yeah, this format is highly customizable. And right now, this looks really good to me. It shows what day the analysis has been done. It categorizes by critical, high, and medium. And if we look down here, the issues are showing up correctly. It's showing the account, the error type, and then whenever there is an ad issue, I made sure that it shows which campaign it's in and which ad groups it's in. So, it should be super simple to figure out exactly, what is wrong and how to fix it. So today you learned how to monitor every account in your MCC automatically. 7 critical checks per account every hour with professional email alerts that only report new issues. Email me to get this workflow. Once your credentials are set up, it'll take around 10 minutes to get it all set up. The email's in the description. Also, let me know how many accounts you're currently managing. The highest I've ever seen right now is 55 accounts. Anyways, that's a wrap. Professional monitoring alerts for all your accounts without the enterprise price tag. I'll see you in the next one.